Good Morning Wilmington is powered by DART, Delaware's transit service. Moving forward.
Good morning, Wilmington. Good morning, Wilmington. I say good morning, Wilmington. Wake up, y'all. Come on. Have a great day.
Real fast over there. What's going on? Good morning. It's your main man, Big Ivan, talking to town, Mr. DETV, CH.com, and I'm here with my lovely, lovely co-host,
Vincenza. Good morning, Wilmington, and good morning, Ivan.
Good morning, Vincenza. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful on this beautiful, chilly, cold Monday.
It is really cold.
But it's still sunny, which is good.
Yeah.
But I know that warm weather is upon us. I know it's coming. It is coming. Because last week was cold. Oh my gosh, it was so frigid. It was so frigid.
And windy. Let's not forget about that part, right?
Yes, it's still a little windy today, but the sun is shining. It's a beautiful Monday morning, and the week has started. And I love starting my week with you.
Oh, you're so amazing.
I know, right?
And speaking of us doing things together, I want to definitely just make this known first. Okay, before we hop over to Joe, this Wednesday, Vincenzo and I, come and see us at the Blue Coats basketball game. We are, or I was going to say ringing the bell, I'm thinking of the Sixers. We are beating the drum, baby. Beating the drum to start the game, and we're super excited about that.
I am so thrilled. I have been looking forward to this experience for a long time. It will be my first time at the 76ers Fieldhouse.
Oh, God,
I've never even been to the facility, and I know it is fantastic. It's incredible. It's this beautiful facility here in Wilmington, Delaware. If you don't know, go check it out.
Yeah.
It's absolutely wonderful, and we're so fortunate to have such an incredible facility here in Wilmington.
And while we're on the Blue Coats, let's stay there real quick because, and then we'll get into the weekend wrap up
I
of
think
things.
that's a great
That's
idea.
good. Joe, what's up, Coach Joe?
Hello,
what's up,
Coach
baby?
Joe.
Y'all know what time it is. I don't know what they doing over there, but you know what we doing over here. It's your boy, Coach Joe. I'm here with Ivan, the ambassador of basketball for your NBA 2022-23 G League champion Delaware Blue Coats, and it is Good Morning Wilmington. Yo, we've been doing so many great things this week, in the last couple of weeks. It's been crazy. It's been a whirlwind. Can you remember anything we've done?
Let me think.
He said, let me think. Oh, man, I tell you, this generation, man.
Last week we went to
What we do?
5 schools. We went to McCullough Middle School.
Come on.
George Reed Middle School.
What?
Lancashire Elementary.
What?
This week, Lewis Dual Language.
Yes.
Wilmington Manor Elementary.
Whoa.
This week we going to Linden Hill Elementary.
Whoa.
And Charter School in Newcastle.
Hey, did we have any games in between there?
We actually did. We had a game last night.
Man, you know, but we made the playoffs.
We're not gonna
Made the
mention
playoffs.
that.
Clinch, baby.
But we made the playoffs.
Clinch the playoffs, baby.
Yes, and guess what? This Wednesday, you just heard it, the one and only Good Morning Wilmington host, Ivan and Vincenzo will be there getting that drum. They're going to be boom. Boom. It's going to be so much fun. It's Education Day. The kids are going to be all over. And this Thursday, Wilmington Brew Works will be at Meet the Team.
Meet the Team event.
Meet the Team is going to be amazing. And guess what? Don't forget our good friends at AmeriHealth Caritas Open Gym. When is that?
April 6th.
April 6th.
Saturday, 8 to 10. It's for the early birds. Early birds, get that morning work in. Come work out with us. Have some fun. That's what we do.
And it's free to the kids. And as always, get to the Chase Fieldhouse. But I want to tell them some great news. Don't forget the CYBL, our Community Youth Basketball League. We're taking the kids to Portugal. We leave April 3rd. We be back on April 10th. Go to CYBLDE, Delaware, CYBLDE.com. Check out all the good things that we're doing with our Delaware Blue Coats, the good community over there with Claymont Community Center, and everything here at Good Morning Wilmington at DETV. Yo, we got to go. I got on my Sixers gear. Sixers are playing great basketball right now, but you know what? Always go to bluecoats.team and see all the other great things that we're doing. Hey, we'll see you next time on Good Morning Wilmington.
I gotta say, first of all, shout out to my main man Joe. But Joe, I gotta tell you got a superhero next to you. I was just been watching his movements within the last couple years on what he's been doing. And Amon, let me tell you, bro, you are definitely doing the thing out there in the community, and I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. And yes. Joe, I gotta say, before it became popular, before it became what people was doing it, you were doing it, and you were doing it for absolutely nothing but the love of it. So thank you for what you're doing to show the next generation what community is about.
Yes.
And Amin, thank you for doing what you've doing, man. I see you out there looking fly baseline. You hustling, baby. You hustling. And again, the Delaware Blue Coats, if you haven't been to a game, tell them, Joe, tell them again.
Delaware Blue Coats, go to bluecoats.team.
There you go. There you go. All right.
I am so excited.
And they make playoffs.
I am so excited. Coach Joe, you said it was Education Day, correct? So Education Day, that's something that obviously Ivan and I here at Good Morning Wilmington, we are all about promoting education, promoting our educators, and the importance of education because, in fact, education is key. So it's really an honor that both of us will be there on this Wednesday, banging the drum at the beginning of the game for Education Day. So I'm assuming it's going to be a full house.
Packed.
Is Cody going to be in the building?
Always. The number one mascot in the whole G League. It will be Cody.
I got to ask you, what schools are showing up for Education Day? And is it too late for other schools to show up?
Oh, that's a great question. And if we sat here, we'll be another hour on Good Morning Wilmington. But just think about pretty much all the elementary and middle schools, they show out. Most of the schools that Amin just mentioned, plus a plethora, big word Monday, a plethora of other schools. And no, you can reach out to Amin. Where can they catch you? What's your email?
Amin, AMON Krisden at 76ers.com.
Yes, let us know. Reach out.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Blue Coat Man. He better not come back out here without Cody, man. Better not.
Yeah.
I need to see Cody again.
Cody's awesome.
Cody's
He's the
dope.
coolest mascot.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
It's so great.
All right, we can wrap up. What you do this weekend?
Worked at the restaurant, worked at V&M Bistro, which I'm always honored to have the ability to work. It was busy, thank goodness, but it was also Palm Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
So I had the opportunity to attend Mass with my family. We had a Sunday dinner. As you know, I'm always spending my Sundays with my family, so it was really special just to be together.
Right.
And sometimes we take those moments for granted.
True.
And I have been more intentional with my time with my family, especially going to church together, the simple things, going to church together, making time out of our very busy schedules just to take time just to come together and celebrate family, celebrate your religion, and do what, makes you happy and brings you joy. So I was really, really thankful I was able to do that over the weekend. And then going into the Easter holiday, which is coming up this weekend.
Yes,
it's my favorite holiday.
Is it?
It has become my favorite holiday.
Why so?
I think it's a combination between the seasons changing. I love when the winter is ending, the spring is beginning, the flowers are coming out, the daffodils are blooming. And something about the holiday brings me so much joy, but also my family coming together. Those are, again, the little things in life that just really brighten my day that I look forward to every single year. So I'm excited to be together with family once again.
I love it.
And what about you?
I'm
Maddie,
relaxing.
like to
I am
do anything
relaxing.
for Easter?
We might put Maddie into like do some Easter egg hunts or whatever.
That'd be fun.
But it's all about relaxation, right now. And family, watching Maddie do what she does and watch her grow like a weed is definitely amazing.
She's so tall.
Visit Bernice, and I know Bernice is watching. Hey, Miss Bernice. Hey, Mama Bernice.
No, we love her.
Oh,
we love our
and
moms.
a shout out to and it's while we're giving out shout outs, we better give a shout out to our Brooklyn family.
Oh gosh, yes, they are always tuning in. Shout out to Bernadette Cottaspati.
Yes.
She is probably our #1 fan in Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
I mean, like clockwork, she is there.
Yeah.
She is
and
on it.
She's probably texting right now.
Right.
So shout out to Bernie. and also we have a local. You have someone local.
Yes. Okay. So I wanted to make this shout out because you and I, Ivan, we've been doing this for almost 3 years now, co-hosting Good Morning Wilmington, and it's obviously been a true honor to be by your side.
And same here.
Thank you. And you develop followers, right? And they are the ones that tune in and that keep us going. So I do believe it's our audience, our followers, our fans that just believe in us, that tune in to see, what we're doing here in the city of Wilmington and the state of Delaware. But we appreciate all those who support us here at Good Morning Wilmington and DETV. So I would love to get a dedicated shout out to Charlie West.
All right.
He comes in for takeout every single week at V&M Bistro, and he loves sharing his I guess you would say his reaction to the show. He loves what we do here. He follows DETV. He watches all the other shows. He watches the news. He watches.
He?
Oh yeah, he's really.
Well, Charlie, we really appreciate
yes,
you, brother.
we appreciate you, and you appreciate that because sometimes we forget. We're always. How do I say this in a way that makes sense? So we are so busy in our everyday lives that sometimes we forget to stop and think. And you never know who's watching, and you never know who you're inspiring.
Yeah.
And he truly is inspired every time he tunes in. So just wanted to give him a dedicated shout out because I think he would appreciate it too.
I appreciate it, Charlie. Thank you, bro.
Yes.
I think we need to have, like viewer of the week.
That's a great
idea.
idea.
And we mentioned, do we say
that's a great
viewer
idea.
or fan of the week?
Yeah.
And I think we just highlight them, as we go
love
because,
that. I love
like
that.
you say, it's all about. We want to make sure we thank everyone for watching because if you don't watch, there's no us.
There's
no us. Without
Right.
you, there's no us. A couple things that happened last week is let's see, we can wrap up. We had a panel discussion last week here, and it was called Safe Screens.
Okay, tell us a little bit about that.
My homegirl, Tice Greco, did her thing, and what she is, she's a data analyst and definitely an advocate for teenagers and cybersecurity. Her and her husband, Douglas, are just amazing. And when she came to, we met, talked, and she was like, look, I want to have this forum. I was like, put it together, let's go.
That's a great idea.
And we had some people from BARC come down, a guy from the FBI came down, and what is it? It's not the Pete DuPont. It is the Bo Biden Foundation to come down.
Yes, that's right.
To talk about kids and safety on screens.
Right.
Like, did you know this thing called Roblox, the game, right? Maddie plays it all the time.
Okay.
And what Tice told me was, predators. We're always thinking about predators for doing sex stuff with the kids online, but there's some adults grooming kids on this game called Roblox. One day you'll be like, hey, you tell me your name, I'll give you 500 coins or whatever, right?
It's not safe.
Yeah, so we have to be careful with that. So for more information about, that movement of cybersecurity in your kids, go to emergingteens.org, I believe. If it's not org, it's com.
Okay.
But check it out. It's a nonprofit,
Right.
and it's all about helping kids with cybersecurity.
And it's really important to educate our youth about the importance of being mindful, being safe while playing with an online game, whether it's, for fun or for school, whether, whatever it may be while you're using your device, your smartphone.
Yeah.
It's really important that they understand how dangerous it can be.
Oh.
Even simply just going onto YouTube and watching something.
Yeah.
You always have to be careful. And I think that's very, very important.
Yeah.
Very important that we're educating our youth about cyber safety.
Yeah.
That's what it really comes down to, being safe.
It's so different than, for kids growing up today than when it was when we were growing up, because now they're exposed to everything.
Everything.
Right?
And it's easily accessible just from just their fingertips with their cell phone.
Right.
Whatever it may be, their iPad.
Yeah.
And it's even their video gaming, because they can access the internet through their video gaming system. So they just have to be very mindful and safe. And I think that's really, really great that you offered something like that and had that panel discussion.
And you can see right there on the screen,
Okay,
that was the summit. And you can actually go to YouTube and you can go to that's the lady from BARC. Go to YouTube, DETV 28 on YouTube, and you'll see it under the live shows. And take a watch. It's very, very informative and it'll make you think I need to stop giving these kids, our kids, all this screen time.
Right. And
So
we have to be careful even as adults, because even our parents, because they may not be as tech savvy as we may be, because they're older generation, they're not really on their phone as much as we are, because we have to be. We have to have access to our email, our text messages, just to be able to operate in business. And we have to be mindful even at our age and adults. So I think it's this was great. This is a great panel discussion. Definitely check out that show. Learn something new. Stay informed. It's very, very important. No matter what age you are, you have to be safe when you are on the internet or using any devices. You just never know.
That's right. That's right. Also last week we had we have a new show.
Oh.
We have 3 new shows actually.
Okay, we're a little busy around here,
Yeah,
right?
just a smidgen.
All right, so tell us about the new shows.
The new show is Own Yours, and that's hosted by Alicia Cooper Wells and Christopher Pitt, and that's the real estate show. And that is extremely, for people that want to dabble or dabbling in, and they have a segment on there, Deal or No Deal, so people that viewers can bring in or call in or join the conversation about, hey, this is my real estate deal, and they will tell you if it's feasible or not, if it's a deal or not. So we're super excited about that. We have another show hosted by Dr. Dan Young.
Okay.
Right? And it's called The Money Professor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's super dope. And then the one that we're really, and again, viewers can call in or join the conversation, come in as a guest and bring their business problem to him, and he will walk them through. We're doing a lot of great stuff.
Very informative.
Then we have we have 4 shows.
Now that you think about it.
I think about Mark Duncan and Aaron Hutt is coming up to talk about nonprofits.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, we have Mark Duncan on the show today, so that's going to be exciting. But the one that I really, really enjoyed that came out of, like, I woke up in the middle of the night and be like, we got to create this.
Like a light bulb went
Like,
off.
right. Culture Scope with Carrie Ann, Miss Opera, right?
We love
and
Carrie
our
Ann.
own Matt Ford.
And we love Matt Ford.
They've been doing some amazing interviews, and Culture Scope, what that show is all about, is about arts.
Right.
Arts here in Delaware and beyond. And we had Margaret Chow on the other day that zoomed in. That was great.
Whose idea was to put Matt Ford and Carrie Ann together? That was a great idea.
That was great, wasn't it?
Both, I
High
love
energy.
both of them.
High energy.
High energy,
Yeah.
but just the 2 of them together,
Yeah.
dynamic.
Dynamic. And make sure you subscribe to YouTube because it's all on there. And the last episode that they just did on Friday was Olivia Rabini
Oh, yes.
from The Voice.
Local celebrity.
Yeah.
About to be more than just a local celebrity.
Yeah.
This is really exciting. And it's always so fun when you have a local Delawarean doing amazing things in not just the community, but in the country, nationally, on television. It's really exciting to see someone's career grow and thrive. So lots of luck. Yes, lots of luck that way. That's always so great when you see someone's talent showcased on a national level.
Yeah. But also on DETV Good Morning Wilmington.
That's right here.
I mean, love that.
I do have a question. So I noticed that on your social media, Ivan, you posted something about kids media classes.
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about that because you're all talk about education, right?
Yeah.
We are educating. You're staying informed here at DETV, but let's talk about kids media classes that you're offering.
Yeah, it's like this. It's like this, Vincenza. Like Whitney said, the children are the future, right?
That's right.
And what we're looking to do here is just to start training up the next generation. Get them to understand again the positive aspect of media, right? Get them to host their own show. Not just host it, but also get behind the cameras and build their own show, but also be responsible for the content that they make, right? And make sure that it's positive so it can change the community. So I believe, just like some other amazing people believe, if we start them young and train them young, they will grow up and change the world. So we've been doing that. It's been working. Super excited. Actually, we had Maddie at 10 years old last week. She directed Own Yours, that podcast. So she was in there just switching.
I mean, just
Yeah.
conquering the world
That's
at
what it's
10
about.
years old.
Girl power.
I love it. I love Maddie.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
And so we have Maddie and we have 26 other kids, and we partnered with For Youth to do that for Youth
Beautiful.
Media, and it's just been amazing, you know.
Good.
And it's Dennis and I coming here Saturday morning at 8:30, you know, and just rock out after a long week. That's like our refreshing time. So if for more information, if you want to check it out, DETVcourses.com, and you can actually we have 2 cohorts left, and you might want to have your kid. You know, sign up for this. It's kind of dope.
And you just never know what they may learn or take away
true.
from, these educational opportunities. And that's what you have to think about. You know, a 10-year-old may not know, or a 15-year-old may not know what they want to do for their career,
Yeah.
but they will learn a skill set that they can probably apply in their everyday life.
Yeah.
The fact that you are being put in an environment to see what happens behind the scenes in the media world, that's valuable. Valuable. You can't put a price tag on that. And the editing part of things, the lighting, the sound, just being exposed to that environment is so helpful because they're, again, learning a skill set that they can apply in anything that they do. And then with going back to the internet and social media, we're editing reels on our phone by ourselves. We're editing content by ourselves to promote our own brands. Just me with the restaurant, a V&M Bistro, and even with the ice cream store, Ice Cream Delight, I'm constantly putting together content, taking photos, taking videos, editing it, working on the sound, working on the lighting, making sure that I put it together to promote the brand. So having that skill set for myself allows me to really make sure that I'm promoting my brand the way it needs to be. But that can be for anyone. You do that here at DETV and also with anyone in their respective businesses. But learning that skill set at such a young age, that's valuable. So valuable. So definitely take advantage of the kids media classes that they're offering here at DETV. I definitely recommend it. Don't waste any time because I'm sure the classes will be full.
Oh, they are.
Quickly.
They are. And I want to give a special shout out to Lieutenant Governor Bethany Hall-Long, who is a sponsor, and the city of Wilmington, Mayor Mike Brzezicki. I told him what I wanted to do, and he was like, Ivan, look, kids need to see someone like you guys and what you guys are doing, because now it's a job now. It's a whole nother career path. So we're happy to partner with those two offices. And again, thank you so much. And speaking of young, amazing talent, it's pageant time.
Oh, how could I forget? How could I forget everything that we're doing? Yes. So we are a few short weeks away from the 2024 Miss Delaware USA and Miss Delaware Teen USA pageant, which will be held on April 28th at the Laird Performing Arts Center here in Wilmington, Delaware. But we are still accepting applications. So if you are interested in applying, join the sisterhood. Visit MissDelawareUSA.com. Follow us on all of our social media platforms at Miss DEUSA or at Miss DE Teen USA for more information. There's still time. If you would like to join the sisterhood, don't waste any time. Put your application in. But if you know someone that's interested, give us a call, shoot us an email. Love to chat with them. But we also are looking for sponsors, so definitely check out our website for more information. Appreciate that plug, Ivan.
Got it.
It's coming up quick. The next few weeks, you're gonna just notice it's just pageant mode for me.
Right.
That's where I get into pageant mode, and then I'll be back with Good Morning Wilmington and everything else I'm doing. So thank you for that plug.
You got it. And while we're on plugs, let's plug. What is it, Ty? Opera at Carrie Ann is hosting Opera Ballet and the Divine Nine. This inaugural event kicks off with a spectacular red carpet runway photo shoot with professional paparazzi, photographers, Italian food by
Bacchetti and Brothers. I got you. Don't you worry. And a complimentary glass of champagne from Swig before performances from Opera Delaware. We have Richard Raw, First State Ballet Theater, Naj Nicole, Jonathan Whitney. Oh, we love Jonathan. Well, we love everybody. That whole list of people and more.
Right.
The Divine Nine. I mean, Carrie Ann really knows how to promote some awesome events in the city of Wilmington.
Yeah, the Divine Nine organization that has the most representation at this event will win a free pop-up opera performance.
Wow.
So we're super excited about that. Make sure you go check what's that? That's Opera Delaware. I think it's operadelaware.com. It's March 28th. And I tell you what, you do not have to be affiliated with the D9 to go, but all are welcome.
Excellent.
So show up. It's going to be amazing. Again, that's Thursday. This Thursday, March 28th. Guests arrive at 6:30 for a cocktail hour with a DJ, red carpet runway, photo shoot, paparazzi, heavy hors d'oeuvres.
Cash bar.
Cash bar. All right, and the venue is at the Baby Grand, 818 North Market Street. Tickets are, well, they don't even matter.
Right.
So sold out. but just be there. We're just reminding you to be there.
Right.
All right.
To promote the event. That's all the wonderful things happening here in Wilmington, Delaware. So to kick off your weekend, you have Thursday with this amazing event at the Baby Grand. But
Right.
now let's talk about Friday.
So what's happening Friday,
that's
Vin?
happening here in
What's
Wilmington,
happening?
Delaware. Dancing with the Stars, the Delaware edition. So we're going into the third year, I believe.
Yes.
The third year, and which this is really exciting because we have two. Yes.
What?
Two, well, one couple, but two amazing people that are here to talk about their preparation for Dancing with the Stars, what they're doing, everything, all obviously about them, and talking about the event itself, which will be held at the Wilmington Library, right up the street from where we're located, the Wilmington Public Library. I know that there'll be about 11 couples that'll be competing together for a chance to win the coveted Dancing with the Delaware Stars Disco Ball Trophy.
Oh, that's a beautiful
Didn't you
trophy.
do that last year?
I did with my homegirl Renata.
Oh, Renata. We love you,
We killed it.
Renata.
We killed it. I mean, we came in like a strong third.
A strong
I'm gonna say a strong third.
You guys did great. I remember watching the video. Everybody was engaged. Everybody was cheering. And that's what's so special about this event, because it's such a positive event. Everyone's having a great time.
Yeah.
Everyone's just cheering for each other.
Yeah.
And yes, it's a little friendly competition.
But it's friendly, but it's competitive, right? And, you know, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Christina Culture Arts, because they have provided all the trained professional choreographers to help, you know, some of these people with no soul and no rhythm. You know what I mean? But the guests we have on, coming on.
They have soul.
And they have rhythm.
And they have love.
And they have love. Good one.
I know. I love their love story.
Oh,
I love their love story. If you don't know, okay, so I'm just going to share.
All right.
We have Lovell and Rachel Kosh here. They are going to be, well, they're contestants in Delaware's Dancing with the Stars, but they have such a beautiful love story that it was featured on DelawareOnline.com.
Yeah.
They did a whole story behind it. So
they had to.
I'm super excited to chat with
All
them.
right. So, and then we have Mark Duncan coming up, the Fund Coach, talking about nonprofit.
Well, he is the fun coach, but
He's the
fundraising.
Fundraising,
Yes.
all fundraising for nonprofits, teaching nonprofits how to build relationships with their funders and go after the bag.
Oh.
That was like so
You need help.
incorrect.
No, you need help. You need funds to help with your nonprofits.
And
There's nothing wrong with that. Just a
Right.
different approach in delivering it. I appreciate it.
There you go.
It's honesty.
Because he's the fun coach.
That's right.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with Rachel, Lovell, the love story, Dancing with the Stars, and why they believe they're going to be number one and take home that trophy. We'll be right back after this message.
DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware. We are digital platform innovators. And we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
Still searching for cheap gas prices? Dump the pump and ride DART. You can DART to your destination for only $4 all day. Let DART do the driving while you enjoy our free Wi-Fi available on all buses statewide. While scrolling through your favorite apps, don't forget to download DART's free transit app for real-time bus information and enjoy the convenience of contactless fare payment through DART Pass. So what are you waiting for? Dump the pump and try transit. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interests of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly. Federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
Good morning, Wilmington. Welcome back. It is your main man, Big Ive, the talk of the town, here with
Vincenza. Are they going to announce that at the 76ers field house? We have Ivan and Vincenza.
I love it.
I want them to announce it like big, because I don't think
right. And we're going to sashay all the way out there. Like, she going to teach me the model walk and the model wave. I'm like, So, Vincenza, are you a fan of love stories?
Oh, I am such a sucker for love stories. And if you know me, you know that I'm a big dreamer, and I'm big with love stories. That's how I've always been. And I think I get that from my grandmother, my mom's mother, Nonna Margaret V. Rizzi, and she was the one that just believed in love. She spoke about it freely. She said it was important to love the ones that are in your circle and love hard and express it. Right. Express it. And I really appreciated that because I grew up exposed to that, and that's how I believe you should be with the ones in your circle, is love and love hard. And so this story and this amazing couple really knows that, just really knows that love is the foundation, and they are here to tell their love story.
From gym rats to partners to just dancing and having fun with life. We definitely want to welcome Rachel and Lovell. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Oh my God, they both glowing. Look at them.
We're going to be there too. Education Day, 3&D's going to be there.
Okay, all right.
Oh, that's exciting. So, enough about us.
Right.
We are here to talk, obviously, about what's coming up this Friday, which is Dancing with the Stars. But before we dive into that, let's kind of bring it back a little bit, because I know we jumped the gun a little bit. We're like, DelawareOnline.com shared their love story. So let's start with you, Rachel. I know that for those that may not know your story, let's start with you, and then obviously Lovell. So Rachel, would you share just a little bit about yourself, please?
Sure, yeah. So I am originally from upstate New York, so relatively new to the area. I'm a former professional basketball player, so I got the opportunity to play overseas in a few different countries. I'm impressing Ivan over here, apparently.
I'm like, what? Didn't know that part.
A lot of hidden talents. But yes, I was in Spain, France, El Salvador. We lived together in Spain for a time together there. Turned into gym owner.
Right.
Brought me to Delaware, where we opened our facility almost 3 years ago now. And my mission is to empower girls and women to build their confidence and leadership skills through strength training.
Beautiful. All right. Lovell, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm Rachel's +1.
Good answer.
I know, right? So, like most Delawareans, I was brought here by not my own decision. I'm from Pennsylvania originally.
Okay.
Went to high school in Delaware. Like most Delawareans, thought I'd only be here for a couple years.
Right.
And now, 15 years later, I'm back in Delaware where it all started.
Nice.
After playing basketball overseas, I actually met Rachel in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
So I was a coach at the time, a student coach.
Okay.
Student coach, kind of recruiting.
All right.
And then we met at a bar in Puerto Rico, and the chances of meeting somebody at a bar in Puerto Rico than being in our same conference. So I seen her 2 months later at the basketball game.
Stalked her down.
Oh, I did. Back then we got a Facebook stalk. You had to work for it.
Right.
Right. And then fast forward, we became just friends, stayed in touch, and then we connected after college, and then we moved to Europe together, and the rest is history.
Wow.
Look at that.
So you was playing overseas as well, right? At one point?
So I was a strength and conditioning coach primarily.
Okay.
I played in the men's league over there, so that's how
he leaned into that one. Got to tell us that. He's like, well,
By the way.
She's like, I played professional basketball. He's like, well, I dibbled and dabbled over there also. So now you're doing that, and let's talk about 3D before we get into Dancing with the Stars. 3D, what is 3D?
So we're the #1 sports performance facility in Delaware. We've been fortunate to work with the last 3 Delaware Players of the Year on the basketball standpoint. We also work with a lot of parents and athletes. Our whole goal is to make people feel good, move good, and then feel good about themselves.
Right.
So we do a lot of functional fitness. We're located at the Grail Sports Complex and actually in Ellesmere. I always got to describe where we are because the way Ellesmere is, it used to be the old Corpus Christi.
Gotcha.
So if you're in Delaware, you know.
Right.
And we've been there 3 years, and we've been serving Delaware community ever since.
What makes you different than a regular gym?
Well, first and foremost, we're all small group personal training. It's 6 to 8 people in the class, no more than that. We have our shoes off. So you know, bring some good socks. Because we do a lot of functional training.
What's that? What's
functional training is training that is movement based, that's help you towards lifestyle versus strictly performance.
Roger that.
So on the injury side, I've been fortunate to train kids for 20 years, 0 ACL injuries.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been now a lot of that, you know, there's a lot of that's luck too. But yeah, we do a lot of this balance stuff, a lot of functional stuff. It was a crazy stat that came out. 80% of people in nursing homes are there from falls. Not from, you know, crazy things. It's simply just falling and things happen. So we really try to have people feel comfortable, get on the ground, balance, and just household everyday movement, and then the strength stuff as well too.
Okay. Love it.
Wow, so you guys are obviously very busy. Very, very busy and in love, which I do appreciate. You shared a little bit of that, you know, how you met and your connection. And so you got married last year, right?
How did he propose?
Yeah, share us a little. Can you share us, you know, your story?
Sure, yeah, all the juicy details.
Yes.
So we are an international love story. So like he mentioned, Puerto Rico was where we originally met back in college. And he took me back there for a surprise trip, planned it all himself. So, you know, my antennas are up a little bit at that point. I'm like, something's going on. I better do my nails.
Right.
But we ended up on the same beach where we had met, where we had originally had our romantic walk along the water. And he proposed there. And little did I know, up above, I hear all these people cheering. I'm like, oh, these strangers are amazing. They're cheering us on. Like, what love and support. We go up the elevator and my family, all of our friends are waiting up there.
Go ahead,
so they
bro.
had
That's
surprises.
beautiful.
Right.
Overlooking the whole scene.
Oh, that's so special. Everyone was able to witness
that's
this.
what I do.
That was very good. Good job, Lovell. Good job with planning to make it special for the families. And, you know, family, I'm all about it. And I think that's a beautiful gesture that you were able to bring the families.
Virgo, so.
There you go.
You too?
You know that.
What's yours?
9/11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm the 4th.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Virgos,
Oh,
we
boy.
do romantic stuff.
That's it.
You know, you don't
These
think we come to
romantics
go
around
see it, but you were like, yo, damn, I can't be mad at him. He did that. Yeah.
I'm just comforted that nigga will turn.
Right.
I'm here.
I can't. These two. Should we leave and we'll come back?
We're going to have a bro moment real quick.
Clearly.
Right. We're going to write a
These
manual.
Virgos around here.
10 Virgo steps how to treat your lady. Right.
I mean, not a bad idea. I don't know what the idea is. I know, right? So, Rachel, you obviously, you know what you were signing up for. You know what you're signing up for. You know what you said yes, and the rest was history. And you had this beautiful wedding. We were able to
I don't know if Dennis has the. Dennis, do you have the footage to throw up? Okay.
We were able to just peek a little bit about the wedding festivities, which was beautiful. Everybody looked like they were just having the time of their life, celebrating the unity of both of you.
Yeah.
And obviously the family and friends that were there. I'm sure it was just a beautiful day. You want to just share a little bit about like that day for both of you?
I'll take the lead on this one. So we are a very adventurous couple as well. So only us would plan a wedding in a city that we had never been before. So it was in Merida, Mexico.
Sight unseen.
Yes. Hidden gem. It's a beautiful city. Check it out.
What was the city?
Merida, Mexico.
I
It's
heard
on the
about it,
Yucatan, close to Cancun. A lot of people retire and move down there.
Wow.
Yeah, so beautiful location. From living in Spain, we kind of kept up our Spanish lessons online with this virtual Spanish teacher, Monica. She's amazing. And she lives in that city. So taking lessons weekly, hearing more about it. I'm like, this sounds like the garden vibes we're kind of looking for. So that's how it all started and how we ended up there in the first place.
Love
beautiful,
it.
beautiful. So it was a spectacular event celebrating both of you. And then fast forward, you guys are two powerhouses with your strength and conditioning business. And now we're going to take it up a notch, and we're just going to, enter into a friendly competition, Dancing with the Stars, Delaware.
Right.
So let's talk about the event that's happening this Friday.
Yeah, well, we actually got invited to go to Dancing with the Stars when I was at Ivan's birthday party. with Jamar from the.
Jamar got him.
Yeah, he did. We were just having a conversation. You want to dance with stars? I was like, yeah. And then I got an email like, oh, congratulations for signing up. So I know.
He signed up.
Yeah, that was
you
quick.
Didn't realize you signed up.
He works fast.
Right.
He works extremely fast. So we've been very fortunate to have a great choreographer, Roberto. He's been with us every step of the way. Right. He gave us, we do like an hour a week for the last about 12, 14 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm a boss.
You were
We ain't had that much.
You're a little busy.
Damn.
So we
12 weeks?
You can do four. You can do 3 like 2-hour sessions. We just broke it down week by week, and then we love the dance so much. We actually turned it into our first dance for our wedding.
Dude,
The Dancing with the Stars.
Well,
dance.
we have that wedding footage, and did it hit that wedding footage real quick? Because I want to show the people, because you guys look like you was having a ball. All right.
Let's see. Hopefully.
There you go, right there.
Oh,
First kiss.
That's the first kiss?
Yes.
Oh. Homeboy, what did he say? You can't kiss her yet?
He tried to jump the gun.
That's my best man. He missed his flight.
That is awesome. You said he missed his flight?
Got the 2 hours for the ceremony.
but he made it.
But he made it. All right. And you was rocking 2 wedding dresses, right? 2 dresses.
Yes, sir. I had to get down for the dance. I had to wear the shorter, cut off. It was 100 degrees down there. We were just getting after it.
So let me get this right. The dance you learned is the dance you did for your first dance.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of meaning behind this. So there's going to be a lot of passion.
A
Yeah.
lot of babies.
Just jumping the gun, Ivan.
Passion lead to babies.
That's true.
I'm assuming that you want to have a family.
Big family?
Big family?
We've been talking, we're not in a rush. We still want
Take your
to
time.
enjoy. That's what everyone tells me.
Right.
We have a lot of kids at the
we
gym
still
right
want to enjoy
now,
it.
so we're taking it
I
step
like,
by step.
borrowing the kids and giving them back.
Right.
That's where I'm at right now. I love giving my kids back.
Okay,
So,
now what's this? Look at this video.
That's our intro.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the sparklers.
Oh, my
That's
God.
so fun.
And this is our handshake that we've been having for years.
Starting lineup. We had
Look
to do
at
the
that
announcement.
handshake. Will the handshake happen this Friday?
I want to see the handshake now. I want to see the handshake. Look, he riding. He ready to ride.
Yeah, you can't get your microphone.
You great break dance?
Yes, that was about to go to the dance.
No, we're not going to show them that.
You gotta see it.
Yet.
Give it Friday.
Too much.
Buy a ticket to see that.
Yeah, right.
Buy your
And
ticket.
tickets are on sale.
Yeah.
Let me see that handshake.
Yeah. So
we
we
go.
just, I know, right? No
keep
pressure.
it.
So we've been doing this for years, and then she always do like a basketball shot, and then we add the crown.
Oh, the crown. Ivan.
What's the crown? I didn't see the crown.
Look
Yeah.
at the crown. Look at the
Yeah,
crown.
you
Look,
guys
boom, bam.
finish
All right,
it.
Ivan, where's our handshake?
We gonna make a handshake.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want a
you guys
handshake.
need
I mean,
one.
we have our
We got our,
we get right to it, right
but
there.
now we
That's
need
how-
our.
I mean, that's cute.
He said that's cute. Vincenzo, that's a problem messing with competitive people, right? Okay.
You know, I like a good challenge.
All right.
So,
We got y'all.
Don't you worry. We'll be right back. We'll be right back with our handshake. But let's just to recap a little bit. Delaware Dancing with the Stars is happening this Friday at the Wilmington Public Library.
No.
Yeah.
It's by the Wilmington Public Library, but they're having it
At the waterfall.
at the waterfall this year.
Yeah,
It's
they
growing.
moved it.
It's growing.
They moved it.
That, now that I remember, last year they sold out. They were
Yeah.
Yeah.
there was standing room only.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's wonderful that they are expanding the. I mean, obviously, we love the Wilmington Public Library, but I think that's
venue?
great that they, went to a bigger venue
Yep.
so more people can attend.
I think
The waterfall's beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is beautiful,
Yeah.
but I think it just like it takes away a little bit. But I understand that there's growth. Growth happens,
Yeah.
right? And that thing has grown fast,
Yeah.
right? And people are going like 11 couples this year. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be insane.
We're number 2.
And you're number 2.
2 in the lineup.
What can people expect from your dance, man? Y'all dance?
So can we tell them the style that we're doing?
Yeah, you can say the style.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah, so we're doing bachata.
Oh.
The dance of love. And
Babies. I'm telling you, babies. Right.
yeah, it's we're
That
very,
Minos.
we're very Minos. We're extremely fortunate to be a part of this. All the money goes to the Wilmington Public Library, who does a lot of great causes for the Delaware community. And
Yeah.
this is something that Jamar's been doing, and it's amazing.
Yeah,
You did it. it's awesome.
It's beautiful. It's fun to just get out there and just when you're supporting a cause.
Yes.
Because the Wilmington Public Library is doing some dope stuff. Like they
Yes,
just
they
had
are.
Thelma from Good Times.
Yeah.
Thelma from
Yes,
Good Times.
it's amazing. Missy Copeland was there a couple weeks as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Who's the celebrity that's hosting the event? this
Leon.
No, he actually can't host. So unfortunately, he did a project that came up and the timeline was conflicting. So it was actually Poochie from Derwin from the game.
Derwin from the game.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Pooch Hall, I believe.
Yeah, Pooch Hall. I was watching him
Yeah.
on Suits the other night.
Oh,
When he was on Suits.
Yep. He was on
Listen,
Suits.
that's still incredible. I
Oh,
know that
yeah.
Jamar does such a wonderful job recruiting. I don't know if you call it recruiting, but essentially it is. He is able to get so many influential, famous
Yeah.
people from
Yeah.
around the country,
Yeah.
maybe even the world, coming to the Wilmington Public Library and giving them a platform to speak on what they're passionate about, whether it be a panel discussion, whether they're talking about their nonprofit. He had Dolly Parton here to talk about her nonprofit for promoting literacy. That's huge. So Jamar's doing some incredible things.
And we can't leave
love
out
that
Carl. They're Batman to their Batman.
Yes.
I try to say
Yes.
Batman to their
That's right.
Robin, but
That's
no,
right.
they're
Thank
Batman
you.
and the Batman. Their dynamic duo is doing some great stuff. So shout out to Carl too, because like you said, they're having everyone from around the gambit to come on, right? And what I love about the Wilmington Public Library is just the diversity that they're bringing and what they're doing for the community, and they're doing it at no cost to the community. All right, are y'all at the bottom line? Are y'all gonna take the disco ball home?
The
Yeah,
W.
we already are practice our celebration dance as well. I'm big manifester, so everything
Right.
you practice, the celebration,
They're not taking an L. They're taking a W.
yeah.
I
can
can't wait.
tell.
This is 11 couples. 11 couples.
We know a couple of them too.
Yeah.
I recognize.
And all of them
quite
said,
a
we
few.
can't come on today. I'm like, no, you want to come on. Because,
See.
you know, they ready.
All right.
They got a handshake, or after party.
We're feeling good.
Yeah, they are.
The love is in the air.
They got
so
the
we're gonna
momentum
use that.
floating there falling their way.
Yeah, we were actually last Friday. So you want to do some practice? Okay, and we were like at the house is practicing. You know, like it's actually kind of fun to kind of dance. I never
Yeah.
was a dancer or anything before, but now I kind of like a little passion for it.
Oh, sweet. So you're going to continue after?
Probably not.
We
the
do
hell
like
did
to
that
go
passion
out.
you just had?
Yes,
That
we
passion right out the
do.
window. He going to say, I got all the passion today. You want to do it when you're done? Nah.
He's
Wait, my
acting
schedule set
cool
up, bro.
now.
Jokes.
Yeah, well,
Jokes.
you know, listen, you go with the mindset of putting your whole heart this Friday when you perform together. But I know that you put your whole heart even with everything you do with the strength and condition business. What is it called again? 3D.
Yep, 3D
So
sports performance.
it seems that both of you, getting to know you for this quick period of time, that whatever you put your mind to, you put your heart in it. And that is a true testament of your character and the continued success of how you both grow together, not just as one unit, as a couple, but as business partners and in life. So again, we appreciate that you were
make a
sharing your
brother
story.
cry.
Oh,
Damn,
so
damn,
good.
Vincenzo.
Yeah, play for
I know.
the competition. That was
Yeah.
great.
Thank you.
I think we're going to call that Vincenzo's moments. Because
that
well,
was
she be
wonderful.
dropping it.
I told you I'm
That
a
was
sucker
great.
for love stories.
Very
Yeah.
inspiring.
What's your favorite 80 love story?
80s? Oh
80s.
gosh. Well, I don't know. It's not really the 80s. Have you ever it happened the movie took place in the 80s, but it was not made in the 80s. The Wedding Singer.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
How about yours? What's your favorite love story?
I have a love story that we had at our gym. So I know Delaware Online covered it.
Go ahead,
but
talk about it.
So we actually got officially married in our gym.
Right.
So my sister's
right.
ordained, and she did our paperwork. Cause we do like a family workout at the end of the year. So my sister officially married us, and my family came and signed the documents as our witnesses.
Nice.
So we officially got married at our gym.
Beautiful.
And then from there, we did the whole, song.
You
and
did it
dance
again
thing.
in
Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Mexico.
But
That's
we-
wonderful.
I love it.
Yeah. That's my
See?
favorite love story.
All right.
What's your favorite love story, Rachel?
Me? Oh,
Or love story movie, obviously.
not really a movie, but some historical figure, Cleopatra.
Okay.
I love her
There you
story.
go. All right, one more.
Damn.
Ivan, what's yours? Might
Damn,
as well
man.
round this interview out.
Cleopatra did do some things. Patrick was a badass, man.
She was a
She was a badass.
She was power.
My favorite love story is Notebook. The Notebook.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't beat that one, can you?
My grandmother loved that movie.
Yeah, The Notebook. I sat my black butt there and watched The Notebook and was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. It was just beautiful. It was beautiful. Beautiful piece of artistry. All right, before we start crying on Stud.
I know. Let's break to commercial because we're not done yet. But again, we wish you both the best of luck this Friday. Come home with the win. If not, it'll be a beautiful experience, I'm sure, that you will
Come
share
home with
together.
a Bambino.
Yeah. That's next day. That's
Break to
Saturday.
our
He said
commercials.
that's the next day. He said that's Saturday. All right, for more information, what's your website for 3D?
Yep. So it's 3andD sportsperformance.com. 3andDsportsperformance.com.
And anyone, you can sign up, walk in, and all that good stuff.
So we everything is class based. So we don't have like the walk. That's why our mix is different because you're literally getting guided from start to finish.
Okay.
3andD on all social platforms as well.
Love it. All right, let's take a break. Thank you guys for coming. Really appreciate
for
you.
having us.
Oh my gosh, Vincenzo, I swear to you. Never mind. My brain's working overtime. I'm thinking about The Notebook.
I know.
All right.
Love is in the air, obviously, around here. But we'll take oh, boy. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the fundraising coach.
Ooh, yeah.
The Delaware Mortgage Relief Program is still accepting applications. Funding is limited. Apply today. This grant program provides up to $50,000 to qualified Delaware families for eligible housing-related expenses, such as future or delinquent mortgage payments, property taxes, homeowners association fees, or water or sewage fees. Over $20 million has already been dispersed statewide. The Delaware Mortgage Relief Program. Visit online or call 888-303-4324 for more information.
I'm asking for 45 more years.
I'm asking for my baby girl.
I'm asking to see it up and running again.
I'm asking for all of us.
1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. Ask about a prostate screening that can detect cancer when it's most treatable, so you can ask for so much more. Visit healthydelaware.org/prostate or call 211 to learn more.
A new beginning, a second chance. Call it what you want, but this is what never giving up looks like. This is what finding someone who believes in you looks like. I thought Goodwill was just a store until a friend told me about Train to Gain through Goodwill's Job Resource Center. After 5 years away, I had a lot of self-doubt and fear about my future. But Goodwill had my back, and today, I love where I work. They matched me with an employer who believes in second chances, and now I have a new start thanks to Goodwill.
To learn more about Goodwill's career development opportunities, call today.
You know the why for state-of-the-art fitness centers and amazing pools.
But we're so much more.
The why is where Delawareans improve their health.
Where our communities get stronger.
Where everyone belongs.
It's where we battle chronic disease.
Where cancer survivors restore their mind and body.
And weight loss goals become lifelong habits.
We are the why.
Good for you and good for the community.
Good morning, Wilmington. I say good morning, Wilmington.
Relationship building is a must in nonprofits, and so far what we found out, it's not just a must but also a science. And here to talk more about the fundraising, how to fundraise, is the Fund Coach himself, Mr. Mark Duncan. What's up, Mark?
Welcome.
Good to be here.
Glad. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I appreciate this.
Do you hear that voice?
Yes.
That's the $1 million voice right there.
Right. This is great. This is my first time obviously hearing this. So I'm like, okay, I'm very excited for this interview.
Go ahead, Mark. Hit it.
Checking the forecast for today, mostly sunny, high 63 degrees tonight. Variable clouds moving in a low of about 45 tomorrow. Chance of a shower, high of around 60. Right now, 49 degrees under clear skies. And now back to Big Ive on DETVCH.com.
Oh my God, I love it. How is it the first time I'm hearing this? No, I mean here, through all our conversations, we've been having a good time here at Good Morning Wilmington this morning. Everyone's talking, even through commercials, behind the scenes, and I didn't hear that voice.
Yeah. You've heard it. I mean, it's
on.
No, I know, but I didn't hear it in here.
Yeah, right. You didn't hear it in here.
So, wow. So how long have you been the voice that you've been,
So it's an
gifting us
interesting
with?
story because that was my original plan when I was in college. I was going to be on radio. I was going to, do voiceovers, and something just didn't mesh, right?
Okay.
It wasn't as fulfilling as I thought it would be. And I stumbled into this nonprofit space at the same time, and the rest is kind of history. So I still do the voice stuff, as Ivan knows,
Yes.
but my passion is in the nonprofit space, and especially fundraising.
Now, why is that?
Well, because so how this all happened, like I said, I've been in the nonprofit space for a long time. So 1987 is when I started working in the nonprofit space. I was still in college. I was working for an organization that helped adults with disabilities. And so I was really sort of frontline program staff, right? And while going to college at the same time and trying to figure all this out. Fast forward, I started working at this camp that I grew up at and just trying to figure it out. My father passed away. I moved home to live with my mother, and had this plan of pursuing a voiceover career. Now, back when I was pursuing a voiceover career, which was at this time was the early 90s, you didn't have all of this technology to be able. So I literally had to go to my cousin's studio in Brooklyn, record a demo tape, take the DAT, turn it into cassettes, and mail it to advertising agencies.
Yeah, can you imagine the generation today trying to go through all those
Yeah.
steps? They would be
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
But that's the true hustle that you put into your career at the beginning of your career.
Yeah, and I did that, and it was slow. And then I wound up going back to this camp. I said, do you need any help this summer? That summer turned into 6 years of me working there as a program director. And during that time, they decided that they were going to do a capital campaign. Now, I was just a program director. I was running summer camp programs. I was running year-round retreats. And our executive director said, we're going to do a capital campaign. I said, what's a capital campaign? And he said, well, we need to raise about $1.2 million to renovate some lodges, and we want to build a rec center. I said, well, how are you going to do that? I said, we're going to go talk to people, and they're going to give us the money. I said, what?
You're going to do what?
I said, wait a minute. So you're telling me that if you're going to go out and talk with people, tell them about this need, and they're going to give you money. And he said, yeah. And that was it. That was the moment. And so I had no idea what fundraising was.
Okay.
By this time, I was 30.
Right.
I've been through some things in life, and that's when I discovered what it was. And from that moment on, I decided that's what I wanted to do. I asked, can I help? And my executive director said, politely and rightfully so, no, you may not, right? Because I had enough on my plate.
Right.
I was the program director, I had a lot going on, but I watched from afar, and I said, when I have an opportunity to move into an executive director position, that will be my opportunity to fundraise.
Right.
2 years later, that happened. I wound up becoming executive director the first time in 1998 for a small nonprofit, and that was it.
Wow.
That was the moment. Now, I had no formal training in fundraising. I took a 1 week course to learn how to raise money. I still have that book, to this day. If you ever see any of my videos, behind me there's a red book. That's the same red textbook that I used in 1998 when I took that course.
Right.
And it laid the groundwork for everything for me. And when it was time for me to step into this role, I moved pretty quickly. I did some things. I made some mistakes.
Right.
Right. I met a gentleman who was very fond of our organization, and I took him to lunch, and I just met him, and I asked him for $10,000, and he said yes.
Wow.
And so now that's not how, just for those of you watching, that is not how it works. I got lucky because he wrote that check right there at lunch.
Right.
So that was the beginning of a relationship. And from there, I was able to raise in that organization $20,000 the first year, $40,000 the next, $190,000 the following year.
Wow.
And I realized this is it. This is what I want to do. So I left the, it was another camp. So I left that camping space and went into higher education. And that is where I wound up running a $60 million capital campaign, overseeing a team of folks that helped us get to that. And that was it for me.
Is it, and when you're fundraising and you're coaching other nonprofits to do this, what is your number one tip that you tell them?
Well, the first thing they need to understand is they have to understand their story. Everybody, we're all worried about chasing the dollar.
Right.
But we have to be able to tell a compelling story,
yes,
especially in what I call relationship fundraising, so that the person sitting on the other end of the table understands who you are, what you do, who you serve, right? What is the why, and how are you doing that, and then you get to the resources that are needed to get it done.
That's very, very, very good advice, because you people think, oh, I have to go for the dollar, focus on the dollar, but it's more so telling a compelling story. Inspire someone, educate them on why you're here. What's your why?
Right.
That's basically what it is. And that's very good advice. Very, very good advice. Now, how long have you been a fundraising coach for?
So I started my coaching business in 2016. We'll call it a soft launch, right? Just sort of feeling things out. But in 2019, things really started to take off, and I've been doing it full time since 2021.
Amazing, amazing. Do you take on clients daily, regular, or you're packed? You have no more clients you can take? How does it work?
So I provide two main services. So I do private coaching, one-on-one coaching. So I do take on clients. My focus is executive directors primarily of small to mid-sized organizations that do not have in-house fundraising support, right? So those big organizations, colleges, universities, hospitals, they have a team, right? I remember what it's like back in 1998 when I had that first job as executive director. I was the only one doing the fundraising. And so there are so many organizations out here that have executive directors that are responsible for fundraising. And so my objective is to focus on them, empower them with the skill and confidence to secure significant gifts from wealthy donors through something I call the relationship fundraising method. So I do the one-on-one coaching, and then I just launched last week something called the Relationship Fundraising Academy. So there are, at one point that academy was more of a high ticket cost, and I realized looking at it, this is not meeting the mission, right? I need to create something that's affordable and to give people the information that they need. So when you subscribe to the academy, you get 7 modules of about 25 or more training videos that I created.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of that. All of that. So you learn how to develop a strong culture of philanthropy in your organization. You learn my relationship fundraising method, which is everything that I teach you one-on-one. You get in this training.
Some nonprofits are sitting there right now watching the TV like,
oh yes,
I need to call him now. What's that number they can reach out?
So, well, they can go to my website, thefundcoach.com. Right at the top, you'll see Relationship Fundraising Academy. You click on that, and you'll see where you can subscribe. So in addition to that, you're also learning that, telling your story. I talk about mastering your message. And the most important thing that I talk about is having to do with our money mindset. This is the piece that's overlooked. So a lot of nonprofit organizations spend a ton of time doing grants, galas, golf tournaments, and the like.
The same old.
Right. And we do this because it's easier to do. But in actuality, it takes a lot of time.
Yes, it does.
So you're spending an inordinate amount of time on activities that yield the least results. So I call that lopsided fundraising. If you're only doing that, now you can incorporate all of those activities as long as you also are including relationship fundraising, because there's a way they dovetail. So what I teach you how to do is how to spend the least amount of time where you're raising the actual most amount of money.
I love it.
70+% of all giving comes from individuals, not foundations, not corporations, but actual people.
Yes. And why do they give?
So I'll give you my top 5 reasons why people give. Okay. So number 5 has to do with the reputation of the organization itself.
Okay.
Right. So, you have institutions that are well known out there, the Princeton universities, the Johns Hopkins places. So that reputation is number 5. Number 4 is for the tax deduction. Now, a lot of nonprofits will think, I got to get this, status. We got to, make sure that we promote the fact that we're tax deductible. That is not the number 1 reason why people give, right? It's important, but it's number 4. Number 3 is because there's a personal connection to the organization, right? So you probably are both sitting here thinking about nonprofit organizations that have impacted your lives at some point that you would support because of what it did for you. It's that personal connection. Number 2, because it feels good, right? It feels good to give. There is actual data out there that will talk about the joy of giving and the impact that it has on the person. But the number 1 reason why people give, especially why people give in a significant way, is because they were asked.
Wow. Easy.
It's because they were asked, right? So if you recall a few weeks back, Spelman College, right, got a significant gift, $100 million, right? When you heard about it, it seemed like it was a surprise that fell out of the sky,
right?
But when you look under the hood, that gift was in the making for some time.
Yeah.
The donor has been connected to the institution for 27 years.
Right.
The donor and her husband made a $30 million gift at one point, a $2 million gift at another point. And so that $100 million gift, which happened to fall on the 100th anniversary of Spelman College, that was not something that fell into their lap, right? They were asked.
And preparing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's one thing that you and I talked about on the Do More 24 fundraising that day is one of the questions that came through where people were asking, like, how do I, get to that mark? And Mark was saying a lot of nonprofits, smaller nonprofits don't prepare correctly, over the course of a year. Or even 6 months of telling their story. And that's important too, to prepare, because a lot of smaller nonprofits don't have a fundraising department. It's usually, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
Like they're the chef, the cook, and the bottle washer all wrapped into one. Oh, and you want me to run social media?
Right.
Good luck with that.
That's a lot of work.
And that's good. And people can help. You can help guide these nonprofits in doing such. And again, they can contact you how?
So they can go to my website at thefundcoach.com.
Okay.
You can go, if you're looking to join the Relationship Fundraising Academy, that is only $97 a month or $970 a year. Now imagine only investing $970 to learn how to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars a year.
Sign me up.
So you can go there. You can log in and subscribe to the Academy. Also, there's a green button at the top of the page. If you want to talk to me personally, if you want one-on-one coaching, go ahead and click on that green button. You can schedule a 45-minute conversation with me, and we can talk about what your needs are and how I can help you get from where you are now to where you want to be, because of what the impact that it's going to have on the people.
Mark, I have a question for you. Are you only working with nonprofits that are 501c3 status, or can they be fundraising for maybe a small event or what it may be? I'm just curious how we can narrow it down. Is it only nonprofits that are with that 501c3 status that you work with, or is it open to everyone?
So I have spent my entire career in the nonprofit space. That is my focus. That's not to say that these principles don't apply in other areas. And so whether you are a for-profit or a nonprofit, if you're trying to generate funds to support an initiative that is meaningful, then the same principles can apply. but my primary focus is on the nonprofit.
Nonprofits, okay. Yeah, and I know that's important because there are so many nonprofits that are building to get that 501c3 status, and it does take time. And with that said, I'm sure you can guide those that are building up to that status, along the way, which is helpful. Yeah. That's super helpful because you need funds just to get to that status, and you need the time and the energy, whatever it may be. But the takeaway is the ask, the number one. You never know unless you ask.
That's right.
That's right.
And what's the worst someone could say?
The worst that someone can say is no.
Right.
And guess what? Your life still goes on.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
You still get up the next day, pour your coffee, do whatever it is you need to do. It is not something that is going to be life-ending. And so I work very closely with my clients on getting past that fear. Right. Because that fear is theirs.
Very true. Very true.
It's does not belong to the person sitting on the other side of the table. And once they recognize that, then they can get beyond that, make the ask, and actually get those gifts in the door.
I can relate to that so much. When I was 18 years old, I co-founded a nonprofit literacy organization called Success Won't Wait. And essentially what we do is promote literacy. And I remember being so scared to ask if someone was interested in donating. And now I wasn't asking for funds, I was asking for books. And I remember being so scared. And my mentor told me, her name is Susan, she shared with me that same piece of advice. Just ask. What's the worst they can say is no.
But a lot of people don't know how to ask.
Right, but it's getting, like Mark said, is getting through that fear, having that courage just to ask the question, to say it. Because sometimes you overthink it and then you're like, forget it, I'm not going to do it anymore. And you don't know what the outcome would have been. Right. So relating to that fear that I used to have, I still apply that same mentality to everything that I do today. Ask. You just never know what the outcome will be. You never know what the answer will be. And the worst thing is they could say is no, and that's okay. And life goes on.
Life does go on.
That's so true.
Life goes on. Hey, Mark, look at that camera over there, right? The community camera, and tell the people what you want them to know. You got 30 seconds.
So I am Mark Duncan. I am the Fund Coach. I empower nonprofit leaders with the skill and confidence to secure big gifts from wealthy donors, even if you have zero fundraising experience. If you're interested in learning about my Relationship Fundraising Academy, go to thefundcoach.com, and you can find out information there. You can learn about everything you get. I don't even have time to tell you all that you get from being in the Academy. If you're interested in one-on-one coaching, there's a green button in the top right-hand corner. Click on that, schedule a call with me, and we'll take it from there.
Love it.
Mark,
you got to come back. You got to, real quick, tell people about the podcast that we're great launch.
Yeah, so we are doing a podcast that we haven't talked about all the details yet, but what's exciting about this is it's primarily for the nonprofit leaders here in Wilmington, especially here in Delaware. And we're going to be talking about all sorts of things, not just fundraising, but all things related to the nonprofit space, the struggles, the concerns. And we're going to have hopefully have some nonprofit leaders on to talk about their own personal passion about their mission as well as their mission, because that's important. Right?
Right.
They're not separate.
Right.
Love it. Yeah. All right, Mark. Thanks again.
You.
Make sure you're always welcome back. I don't gotta say that too loud. All right, Vincenzo, we gotta get out of here. They're giving us the sign to wrap it up. Wrap it up. They're hitting that button like Dave Chappelle. Wrap that up. B.
We went overtime tonight, today. Right. That's okay though.
We on the network. It's your main
I don't.
We on the network.
But I'm a part of the
we
team.
We on the network.
But we appreciate you tuning in. And even though we went a little bit over time, we still appreciate that you tuned in, you're supporting us, and you continue to share, subscribe. Definitely share the show on social media. We're on all social media platforms. But tune in every single Monday, 10 a.m.
That's right.
Channel 28.
Yep. And check us out on Wednesday at the Delaware Blue Coats basketball game, where we'll beat the drum to start the game. Ivan and Vincenzo.
I hope he says it like that. I'm so excited. Yeah, we'll be posting about it, so definitely just check us out on social media. I cannot wait. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone, for tuning in.